Working on this record, it was like I've been in the game so long, you know, I feel like it was important to remember where I started. Like that.
Hello, traders. Welcome to the stream. The really early stream where we got Jackson Hole going on, and we've just been kind of butting up against that resistance. It was, what was it again? On the other one I had plotted, it was 61,736. It was that candle high close from August 8th. Tested again on the 11th, on the 14th. Then just yesterday, and now breaking it. So price action was, you know, it was like okay because of the higher lows, but then like the pullback, testing and failing to break resistance. And then wow, they just kind of held the heart line of this long-term downtrend channel, you know, the parallel channel tool. They tested it, and then you even got an inverted hammer, which is meaningless in the 4-hour really, but it was there, and it did usher in the reversal. And here we are breaking to levels not seen since August 2nd, when we were certainly in the midst of crashing. Remember, Bitcoin lost 30% of its value in 6.5 days. One of the worst or fastest drawdowns ever, history of this asset. So yeah, 63,588 on deck, which I don't have the action screen up because I wanted you to see all the toasters and the bread harmonics and stuff. It's pretty cool. Maybe we should we turn it on? Should we do that, man? Maybe we need to. Gosh dang, dude. Can't have, I see the thing is, like, you can't have cool base mat overlays if you got too many charts. That's the issue with it. But it's like, man, I want to provide, you know, the action screen's really important on days like this, right? Early streams. Because we have action. The whole point of it. Let's see if I can, what does it look like if we do that? So I'm looking for the source, or the source, to turn it on to see. Oh my God, man. Hello? Maybe I'll find it one day, but anyway, we are at the highs of the day right now, as I'm speaking to you. Well, I didn't know how fast it would be, right? Jeez. That's why I want to get this up so you can see it. This is crazy. Hold on. Where the is it? There it is. You can see the chat. I need to move the chat though too though. Sorry, this is all from the Zelda stream yesterday, right? There wasn't much going on, and it was like, okay, we'll do that. Give me a sec. We'll just move it over here, and then we're back to normal setup, kind of like we had been. Okay, carbs kill. Nope, carbs, they are awful, but they are necessary for the best workout, right? If you want to build the most strength, you have to have the fuel to do it, and carbohydrates, they're really the only good fuel for that. So, but yeah, other than that, yeah, carbs are the enemy. Carbs aren't really great unless you're using it for fuel for, again, tearing down muscle. All right, so that's Bitcoin, the big update. I guess we're always going to have it on the screen. Let's just look at the daily real quick, see how that's unfolding, because we have a 4-hour little range breakout. Okay, got it. Daily, big deal, right? I mean, we are up against the 200-day simple moving average right now as I'm speaking to you. So that is like where we are. All right, so we're not at 63,588 yet, the horizontal line resistance support from history, but right here, as the, you know, August 8th was the last time we tested it, and here we are, August 23rd, testing it again about 2 weeks later after chopping, but that chop was data, and that data was a key level from history from 2021 that had been regarded throughout the year of 2024 has been re-regarded as support when it was support, recaptured, or violated, recaptured, but on the recapturing this time, unlike last time, we got a form, we got price action that gave us indication that, okay, what was once support resistance from history is now support again. Where it was like on that August 15th day, that was like the biggest fake out. It was like, oh man, we're breaking it. It looks so bad. But in the end, when power hour concluded, the traders settled up and the close was at above the support, not below it, which is crazy. And the next day, bullish engulfing candle off the level. And then just one more test, really a couple tests of 58.4 before now. Look at us. The highest price since then, and again taking out the August 8th high, which was crazy. We have not done that. So rejoice if you're looking at it like this and you say forget the 200, we're gonna break the 200, no problem, man. If you were gonna break 63.588 easy, no problem. You think like the top of the channel here, right? I mean, right, the extreme on the upside, extreme on the downside. Okay, here is the extreme on the bottom side, or the top side is around $66,000, 66K, give or take a dollar or two, depending on when we get there, if we ever got there. So you could be working on like a potential, it's like a higher low dragon. Your C to D wave is unfolding now, maybe, where if we try to like think about M shapes, W, it would be a potential W shape in the making, I guess, since you're breaking this potential B point, the bad action magnet move. That really could be where the pattern completion zone this would be a bearish bat pattern in the making. No, oh my God, it would be a freaking bearish Gartley pattern. Why? Because of that 61.8% retrace on B. That's what gives you the criteria. So 786, oh mother of God. The pattern completion zone of this potential Gartley is at the supply line of the channel we've been confined in for over 5 months. I mean, that's insane. That's crazy. So if you ever overshot it, sometimes I do, we get an 886 Gartley, then you're looking around 67.9. Wow. I mean, hey, you know, you can talk about giraffe patterns all you want. Laugh it all up, dude. It was not a laughing matter here when it completed. It was not a laughing matter here. So, yeah. I mean, people gonna say what they're gonna say about harmonics. Why don't you go back to the live streams? How about May 21st live stream? How about June 7th live stream or June 8th live stream? How about definitely July 29th, and 30th, and 31st live stream? Go check it out. Like, it's bad. It looked bad. It looked set up for lower prices. So, I mean, these harmonics are incredible for
all right,
if identified
boys,
properly.
Let's see if Bitcoin can finally break free on this obnoxious channel. If it does, face melt because it's go time.
Oh, and also, sorry,
Bless
someone
up.
else super chatted while I was having technical issues. Could we make a pun about technical issues for bread? We had, I don't know. I'm not witty enough. Y'all are going to have to help me with puns. Russ 2000, thanks for the $20 super chat before the stream started, man. He wants ICP to BTC. We can look. He said, good, sir. Wow, okay. Dow Jones, thank you for the $5 super chat. He said peace, but like piece of bread, not peace be upon you. So rejoice on this. I mean, you know, if you think about the stock market, nothing. I mean, the Mag 7, Meta's down, Google's down. It's up. It's flat, really up 0.5%. Tesla's up today, kind of working on a bullish inside bar, which is really interesting. Like, this is a potential Japanese candlestick reversal pattern on Tesla near that 209, 205 level. Pretty interesting. We'll definitely want to look at that. Nvidia's up 3.8%, just gapped up. Also bullish inside barring. That's crazy because we had bearish engulfing candles on some of these yesterday, right? And are you trying to tell? So what is it? If you paint a bearish engulfing candle on the daily and it's confirmed, fine. So give me the price action tomorrow that would confirm it with follow through, a lower close than the engulfing candles close. Well, that's not happening. In fact, you're just painting a bullish Japanese candlestick pattern. It's pretty much a bullish bamboozle going on a few of these. Apple also bullish inside bar developing today. Huh. So pretty nice. But there it is. That's it, chat. Like, Bitcoin just hit the 200-day simple moving average, and what happened? Once again, it is so real, man. A reference point on your chart. That's why I never get rid of it. It's always there because it's so real. Cool thing about Bitcoin, highest level of positive momentum on the daily on the histogram since July 27th. Nice. Highs of the month. RSI in the same category. Highest level since July 30th. Sitting currently at 56. Okay, so need to break 60 eventually, man, and not be a loser. 60 is the bullish control zone. I would like to see Bitcoin's RSI above that on the daily, not below it. That's right. If Bitcoin drops here, we are toast. Yeah, I'm definitely not toast right now. I have no burn or scorch marks on me. As you can see, I'm very pure piece of bread right now. A bread count stream. Now, it was really just because I had the app open. This was like kind of really short notice. It was like all I had to do was a few things and boom, we were bread. So whatever. I don't know if it'll be appreciated. It's really just an aesthetic thing. Meh, whatever. All right, so do we want to look at Ethereum? It's up 3.6%. They held the level, man. They did it. Now, see, the thing is, like, no breakout though, right? No bread count. Like, cool that they defended the bottom of this little range here, rectangle. That's what I'm saying yesterday. It can go either way, man. Like, you cannot assume just because it doesn't look great that it's gonna roll over. My God, having expectations in crypto, especially on 4-hour time scales, is how you just are completely wrong. So you just defer and say, you don't know. We just know the levels. And look, lo and behold, a level is being tested right now. 27.24, just the top of the range. If they break that, yeah, you gotta, here's your 4-hour, 200 simple moving average that Bitcoin's just finally trying to break on this candle right here, 4-hour. That would probably be your target. I mean, which is right now 28.75. So nice for Ethereum catching some bids too. Underperforming Bitcoin. Bitcoin up currently 4.2%.
Is that a joint? Is that a joint?
I don't know, sir.
So nice. We knew, like, if Bitcoin was going to go up, everything was going to rise with it outside of Zcash, because Zcash is down today. What a joke. Yeah, all green across the crypto front. Unfortunately, you know, this is what happens with anomalies. You know, BNB was like the lone crypto. I mean, you know, of the top 4 or 5 that were running while Bitcoin was kind of flat, and now it's kind of flat while Bitcoin and the others are running. But still up there, you know, going for amongst its highest close in months, or a month. What is it? Yeah, since. Yeah, I mean, if the daily closed in 6 hours, less than 6 hours, it would be the highest close since July 30th. So it's running $600 target, but, you know, 621, 638, 691's an 88% retrace. It's the dragon. That's it. Beautiful.
I had no idea why I was going to Hollywood. I didn't know nobody in Hollywood. That's one of the things.
Patterns are influenced by buyers and sellers, therefore traders are influenced by them. Patterns develop because of buyers and sellers. And so, like, there are certain structures that develop on charts that signify forms of accumulation from the buyers or distribution. And when those patterns develop and mature, then you have an increased probability, a very elevated probability of resolution. And if those patterns develop, they can give us percentage edges, right? Marginal edges, like you say, at all times 50% chance. But then if like a pattern develops, all of a sudden you have maybe a 60% chance of a break upward, 65% chance break upward, 70% chance with all the variables converging, lots of variables. That still means there's a 30% chance that the pattern fails. So you're just identifying the psychology of buyers and sellers and its representation of accumulation, distribution. And, you know, there are things that can help the argument. certainly. So traders just identify what the composite operator is doing. Composite operators, like the man behind the curtain, the person with, or people that have the amount of money to paint patterns, pictures on a chart. So this goes back to the 1920s, all this research, okay? So is need something to do with bread? All right, so we're right at $63,000. Heck yeah, man. $63,000 for the first time since the beginning of the month, August 2nd. Very nice, and nearing a major inflection point. Do you want to see what that level is? I'll just show you. 63,588, 64,899. Most of y'all know because you've just been watching the stream, or you just know what levels are, but you are fast approaching the old all-time high from mid-April, right? Not just the candle close here. This is April 13th, but also the wick high on the 14th of April 2021. That's it. You know, that's like why it's plotted here. This level, because the first time, and then you had some really, really nice price action correlation that just gave it, I mean, you know, a level gets painted for the first time, and then there's always a chance it acts as an inflection point later in the future, and it certainly did in May before, you know, it crashed to 30K. So like that level, we just spent 2 weeks. Well, you spent, you know, time recapturing it. Buyers recaptured the level, right? And then they just spent about 2 weeks trying to reconfirm its validity. When it was once resistance, it then flipped to support. That's what's been ongoing, just churning, as you can see right there, okay? Timeless, right? Years later, the same level, the same battleground area. Incredible, right? So here's the daily, still up against that 200-day moving average. My God, man, still always with the 200. On a roll, on a bread roll, a roller or whatever, yeah, getting flat. Hot Diggity, thank you so much, man, for the subscription, the YouTube sub. Yeah, I don't get many days of growth. Normally, price action drives my growth. People come in and we got hype going on. Yeah, and just like if you are new, like don't like take this bread here with a grain of yeast, of salt, because like I never really do this. It's just kind of special occasion fun. We have fun, dude. We just screw around. But the basis of this stream is education, and it's based on traditional technical analysis, risk management. There's no forecasting, okay? I mean, forecasting is good luck. Have fun with your Elliott waves and your long-term, oh, what's it gonna be in 6 weeks, 6 months from now? I mean, look, dude, there are structures that increase our probability, and those structures can develop at key inflection points, which makes it to where we can manage our risk appropriately, and that's all. And then that only increases our probability of a particular outcome. It can certainly fail, but we want to take on minimal losses if it does fail and have maximum upside if it does succeed. So probabilities and risk management is what is king here, okay? All right, so we looked at Ethereum, looked at BNB. We can look at
Hey Mitch,
Solana.
Bitcoin dominance on the monthly looks to be testing the
Oh, my
downtrend
Ethereum
since
price.
the fall
Yeah, it
from
wasn't stuck like on
99%.
the.
Check it out
Sorry,
with
thank you
log
for telling.
enabled. Epic.
I was doing that crap, man. It's so annoying. Okay, let's see if it's not frozen now. See if it can. Okay, it's live now. Yeah, I had a stream, like the crash stream, where I had like almost 20,000 views. I noticed the Ethereum, I went back and looked at it and saw the Ethereum ticker was stuck the whole freaking stream. Awful. The whole stream was ruined. What was that, Greg? He said something. He said some words of testing. Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, we can. Here's Solana. Hold on. Here's Solana, still above or below its 200-day moving average, still above the key inflection point of 130. Was performing better than all the big boys, all the major market cap cryptos until recently, till the crash, and then now it's kind of fallen back in line. BNB is now the best performer of the top ones. But Solana, dude, like if you're a long-term holder, like you're sitting in your position holding it long. Like you can't be bearish really when Solana's above 130. Just like if Bitcoin is above 57.5, 58.4, you're safe. Like, you're okay. Like, I think the argument would exist for you to not own Bitcoin if the price of Bitcoin fell below 57.5 for real, because I think we go to 52K there, because that's just the levels, right? So when they recaptured it, they reconfirmed it. It's really nice. And then rallied, tested a resistance, couldn't break it, and sold off. But then so much demand from buyers that they could not retest that key level again. There, see, they front ran it. And then you rallied to make a higher high than previous high, and it was like, oh no, rejected back below 60,800. But then again, like, just holding up and made another higher low, and it's almost like 1, 2, 3. You can see it was screwing around last night and was like, WTF? There's like 3 valleys here, kind of, right? But anyway, 63,200. We are testing that 200-day moving average right now, and about to break it if we're not breaking it right freaking now. This is incredible. It's amazing. So Solana is okay until 124 is broken. Ethereum's kind of a joke. It's on breakout watch of its range, and it's got some upside if the breakout occurs. Ethereum's like the worst. Ethereum, I think XRP looks better than Ethereum, to be real. But I think there's upside on Ethereum because Bitcoin keeps rallying. It's going to happen. BNB looks good. So, all right, Solana is fine. I mean, it is range bound. You confirm distribution, but the most recent price action or most recent event to occur after the confirmation high would be, confirmation of this level as support again. And there was never a candle close below it, so it's still fine. And now, maybe, if Bitcoin keeps going, maybe there's so much demand on Solana right now that sellers, when they started selling on August 9th, were unable to retest 130 again. There's something up to that. We know how real of a freaking level it is, and now they're not even able to get it even really that close. I mean, you got as low as 136, $6 off. So interesting, if they start turning it around here, that's a really good sign. And that technically, think about, look at all these lows here. The candle low close, April 17th, the 30th April. Look, the 23rd of June. Look, July 5th or 4th. Look, August 6th. All these lows, that's where all the candle closes are, right? And here, even here, August 4th or 5th. Now we have the highest low of the kind of the whole range. You have the highest low. Very compelling and interesting price action on Solana. Maybe a sign of strength. All right, Bitcoin is at the highs of the day right now. Is right now above the 200-day simple moving average. Just so you can see it again. There it is, chat. We got no wicks down today. Once the daily candle closed last night, not one, maybe $1 lower, and then just up from then on.
Look here. Look, let's hype in the chat.
We are approaching the next key level, chat, 63.588. Incredible, man. Keep it going. Drink my coffee and my San Pellegrino. That's right. If you're gluten intolerant, then get wrecked. The stream is going to make you break out. Oh, wait. That's the whole point. We're trying to get you to break out, right? With Bitcoin. Almost 5% up on the day. Nearly $3,000. Hype in the friggin' chat, dude. It's wonderful. It was pretty cool looking back at 1, 2, 3, right? One peak, third peak, or one peak second, then third. After the third peak, even with the confirmation high locally, it was like resolution was coming and we got it. I don't think there is a ribeye filter. So look at Sol. We can look at XRP. Yeah, that I think's kind of better than Ethereum, whatever. Like, I don't know, the XRP, same price it was at 7 years ago, so whatever. I mean, going for the highest daily close since August 8th, and your upside's there. You have upside to 63.8 cents, right? If you're just going to run to the next level, all that makes sense is the 5% upside on XRP from here. No problem, man. Shouldn't be any issue. What's happening? My God, dangerous thunderstorms again? Like every day, getting dangerous thunderstorm Okay, so we can look at total, our nice equidistant channel. It's beautiful,
I like turtles.
but not for me, says Jonathan. Yeah, breaking the one of the upper quadrants of the equidistant, going for the engulfing candle, right? Going for the highest daily candle close since August 1st. The 200-day moving average on total is way higher, right? It's like up at 2.27 trillion. So, and in terms of levels looking left, you could say maybe there's one. I got rid of a lot of the levels just because I wanted to keep the chart from being busy. I think that 2.13 trillion level was real. They were testing it as resistance, and they're like breaking it finally today. Very nice. So maybe there's more upside. I mean, Bitcoin, we know we're approaching a level where there could be supply for sure. Let's see. Mother of God. Do we want to look at these scams that are just doing this stuff? Like, wow. I mean, in the end, it's pretty crazy. Here's TRB, Telor. It's a joke. It was the biggest joke of January 1st of our lives, right? When it went to like $500 or something crazy. Yeah, $500, then crashed, and then got as low as just recently $41. So it's up 30% today if you care. I mean, like, whatever. Oh, who cares about TRB? Whatever, man. You know, Bitcoin's pumping, crypto's pumping, so we're just going to look at it. Now it's up against 74 to 81, 75. I mean, this is a key. They break that, that's 104, 105 easy. So up against the key level here on Telor. GRT up almost 11% today. Hype. Yeah, they're trying to recapture a key level. That's nice. I mean, all these assets, most of them were just breaking key supports and they were collapsing. Some saw the bottom. Some saw some supports, and then like ones like GRT, they just, you know, when Bitcoin recovered, it held up, and just now it's having a good macro day. So it was the lowest low. How deep was the retrace? Oh my God, man, it's pretty close to an 886. If you just go from this low to this high, that was an 88% retrace. That's exactly where the reaction's occurring. 886 was 12 cents. Well, here we are at 17 cents. Bob, thank you, dude, for the 20. He wants fentanyl coin. Fetch AI. Bitcoin's at the highs of the day, man. 63.4 and climbing. 63.420. Hype in the chat.
Is that a joint?
We're doing it, man. We're doing it. We're making an ascension. Trying to, you know, make it as visible as possible so we can look at other things, right? We can look at stuff while Bitcoin's doing it. And, you know, it's... So I guess if you're looking at GRT, there's a supply line at like 18.8 cents. I just want to see higher lows, man. It's cool that you get 886 reactions. That's great, man. Big old M shape, fine. But I want a type 2 return eventually. You know, I want something. You didn't get a type 2 return on GRT. It was one that didn't do it in October of 2023. But just wanted to FET. Where's FET? FET. Oh, I guess it's not on my watch list. Dang. Someone's saying Litecoin in, getting ready to go again, grown man. Oh, dude, I don't know. I mean, because it's like, those Grayscale trusts. I looked at them like 2 days ago. They looked so bad. They looked miserable. But whatever. I mean, so Fetch AI. What level? I guess it's just one old level from 2021. Yeah, and it was just kind of a little zone here, that wick high back from then too. And then this high from December 2023, it flipped to support. See, it's cool that you're getting reactions, you know, you're reversing some, but you don't have forms of confirmation. I mean, this is another 886, right? You low to high it from this low February to the high. Where is it? The 88% retrace is confluent with this little zone, and they held it, and you're reversing here. But dang, dude, I would like to see a form of confirmation. Like this is just your first time, your first test. So you always want to see. You may never get it, but you always want to see stuff like this. This always strengthens your argument for a more pronounced rally after the second test. So cool that we're reacting on the altcoins. The altcoins are reacting, and you can thank Bitcoin for that. but it could just be another lower high, and we need another test. So, all right, cool. You're fet, Bob. Bitcoin 63.4 again. Just there it is, 63.431. That is a new high of day, highest level since August 2nd, I believe, right? Yep, August 2nd for a while. It'll be, yeah, we'll be saying highest level since August 2nd until 65.552. So I don't know if we're going to be seeing that today, but this is pretty amazing rally we're witnessing right now, up over 5%, over $3,000. Nice. So yeah, you probably, I mean, you got an M shape completing here. You got probably a supply line. How would we plot it? Maybe, yeah, like that. The wick, the candle high close, another test there, and you're kind of breaking a supply line. Sure, man, sure, breaking it, whatever. Is it a wedge? Someone could have looked at this like maybe a wedge. Yeah, I remember all these 2008, 7 early. It was like 2017. You had all the S coins listed for the first time ever. Dang, man, that is a pretty wedge. Anyone else seeing this? Should have paid more attention, I guess. But it was nearing the apex, so the probability was increasing in resolution. 886. Key level. So someone could have, if they wanted to, constructed some sort of argument, right? Yet you started, the more I look at it, right? Not bad. It's pretty, very pretty wedge. I don't do spider lines, cool jorts. Yeah, I don't do that. I just do historical inflection points and local levels. So, and I use a zone. Like if I can't help it, I use, like, let's, for instance, there goes Bitcoin down $200 from the highs now. If you're going to plot like a level, like I'll use a horizontal line tool, okay? And that is Alt H. I use the candle closer, and then I use the wick. You see that? That was a tweezer top. And then from there, I plot, and that, if the price action is testing that level in the future, that is a supply zone. But if they ever break it and back test it as support, it becomes a demand zone. All right, so it's an inflection zone. Could be supply, could be demand, depending on how the price action correlates to it in the future. One day you probably will again. So that is the way I plot my trend lines. That makes sense. Yeah, I guess, I don't know if people knew that or not. Beautiful fit breakout of, I guess, falling wedge. You still want a higher low. Give me a higher low. You just put in the lowest low, fine. Then do something like this, man. Do like the, okay, cool, nice. And then so much demand they can't even test it again. Just, I want a higher low. I want a form of confirmation. On the daily. Yes, on the daily. Remember what happened on Bitcoin multiple times, not always, but the past 2 times that Bitcoin dumped, you had a one time and then the second time. Then you had one time here. It's a little different because it wasn't completing the harmonic, but it was, you had to use some critical thinking on this, and I did. You go back to the live streams, go back to my tweets, back in late July. That was one time, the sell-off, the discernible value that gave you 2 peaks, right? One time and then 2. So yeah, you always look for confirmation at key levels if you can help it. It gives you the most compelling argument, gives you the highest probability of an outcome you're looking for. So I mean, even here, like, this wasn't a harmonic per se, but it was like one time and then 2 times, right? Like you see 1 and 2 before a more pronounced sell-off occurred, right? It's the confirmation. Where were we? We were all over the place, man. I guess we can just like kind of, I don't know if people want to look at, yeah, we can look at Tron, because Tron is in another, I don't know how it's performing today. It's probably doing well, right? It's at 1.2%. This thing's incredible. Yeah, it went up, hit an 88% retrace, right? It did do that from the all-time high.
Can we take a look at $APLD? Interesting levels.
Mac M, thank you for the $20 super chat. APLD. We'll look at it. Much love. Yeah. So Tron, all-time high to the lowest low after the all-time high for Fibonacci anchoring. And as of yesterday, you hit an 88% retrace. Incredible. I mean, that is not many altcoins doing that at all. And yeah, you're pulling back, but what are they doing on the pullback? So what was once a resistance at 15 cents? It was a reversal point in April 2021. They have now regarded that level as support, and that's it. That's the most recent piece of data. So, you know, it's snoozing today, underperforming Bitcoin and others, but come on, man, it had been outperforming so much for so long. So I'll give it the benefit of the doubt. Yeah. Let's see here. Well, it's kind of interesting. It really is. It seems like an old idea, you know, stopped out, but, you know, for good reason. It rolled over a lot more. But then they recaptured the level, right? The level in the sand back from May of 2021. Wow. And now here we are. Like they have now formally re-regarded the level that we liked before as support again. So risk management back on, right? Like if someone, it's up 12% today, dang. But I mean, if someone was trying, they could have an entry kind of right where the price is now or lower with a stop somewhere below 355 and let it ride. You had a low, you had the lowest low, and now we have a higher low. The momentum shifting back into the hands of the buyers, I guess. So the old idea, I guess, still kind of is valid. It was revalid now. Could be. If it's new to you, right? Yeah, target 1 would be January 10th high. 2 is, you know, July 2023 high. And then 4 would be way up here for May 2021 overhead resistance. So, yeah, it's still kind of back on the menu, man. If you're willing, if you're able. Data processing services. APLD. Dude, we already looked at XRP. What's your problem, man? Like you come into my stream late and you start saying, I need XRP. And it's like, we looked. We did exactly what you wanted, but you just weren't here for it. So what the heck? That's crazy, dude. We were going to look at... Spider. Yeah, so you got that completed 4-hour harmonic, right? Like it's not even discernible on the daily, you know, shouldn't even be visible. It's not here, but like on the 4-hour it's there for sure. And that's what I'm talking about, where it was a bearish engulfing candle yesterday. You can't just bullish harami the bearish engulfing. It is now not confirmed with follow through. And is now weak of an argument. Like to say, oh, it's a bearish engulfing candle confirmed. Not really anymore, because now you have a very bullish Japanese candlestick pattern being painted the next day. That's the epitome of kind of failing. It'd be worse if like we closed higher than the open yesterday, but this is a bullish candle for now. I mean, you got to get follow through of the bullish inside bar though, right? So on Monday, we need to see a close higher than the close wherever it's going to be today. We got an hour, 23 minutes until that occurs. Hour, 23 minutes till the weekly candle closes on the stock market. We can look at how's it going to look. Dude, you understand in 1 hour, 23 minutes, if all stays the same or higher, it will be the highest weekly candle close in the history of the S&P 500 or the Spider. You understand, right? Like the highest candle close ever was 559.99 the week of July 8th, and you're about to eclipse that. So not so fast, Mr. World's going to collapse and end. Somehow hidden bullish divergence on the MACD histogram. What the? Does anyone even in the chat care? No comments on potential all-time highs in an hour and 20 minutes? Nah? F it. Let's look at veracity. Yeah, dude, let's look at something stupid. Okay. Yep. Dow Jones going for what? The highest weekly candle close in history. Just like last week was the highest close ever. More history in an hour, 21 minutes. Let's freaking go, man. That's amazing. Okay, 41K. NASDAQ, not doing the same. NASDAQ gonna be like the third highest close ever.
Yay, SP 500. I was about to ask you, is the chart is not looking like Wall Street psychology chart with NVDA and loads of bearish div forming there?
Is that a joint?
What's up, Anonymous? Thank you for the 420. Will P. Thank you for the chug. Thank you for the Twitch Prime sub. Much love, man. I'm trying to see what he was saying again. Wall Street psychology, Nvidia loads of bearish divergence. Sure. We'll look at the Mag 7 weeklies in a second. We have Bitcoin on the chart at all times, so you're not allowed to panic and freak out about Bitcoin because you'll always see it above my head, right? On days like this, it's always there. Good Lord. Music stopped. Great. Very nice. Oh, a new set. Nice. IWM. I'm not going to look anything like S&P or Dow Jones. But dang, dude, if you wouldn't call that, that is... Oh, are you kidding me, man? We're somehow going to have 3 white soldiers and it like by the book. That's beautiful. Okay, so in 1 hour, 20 minutes, the IWM weekly will have a confirmed 3 white soldiers pattern. After, resistance is flipping to support. The 200-week moving average being defended once again. What a steel wall. Hey, man, all you got to do, how do you be successful with index funds? Just have all your money, limit buying, 200-day, 200-week moving averages, and come back. Wow, incredible, dude. So 1, 2, 3, which is crazy. 1, 2, and then the third of the 3 valleys has a form of complement 1 and 2 here. So it's like, yeah, you're probably going to 234. You're probably gonna go test all-time highs in the coming 6 months. Like based on this price action is crazy, right? You see it. $200 was everything for so long. Streaming this, it was awful. And then they've now like favorable price action, like they're recapturing, they're defending once and then twice, confirming it. So more market participants going to be involved on the second one. Wow, not often you see 3 white soldiers on the weekly on an index fund. Wild. Wow, dude. So those are it for the big 4. Yeah, before we get to the Mag 7, I do want to look at something that's doing well today compared to them, and it is... Sorry, man. It's just like a high conviction situation. I've been told I'm crazy. It's stupid. I'm an idiot.
Thank you, Joe Biden and the DNC, for your incredible work in destroying the U.S. dollar. Unbelievable incompetence. We will make America strong again despite you.
It's me again. I mean on Daily TF, and is it not
Donald
the
Trump.
leading indicator for BTC? Now they about to close the gap and then maybe reversal.
Man, it is hard to see that font. We'll look. I mean, we can go to the ETFs of Bitcoin. I bet the highest volume 1. But yeah, sure. Thank you, dudes. So Alibaba, the most incredible, reliable structure in the world, is developed over 460 days, and then a classic accumulation structure after recapturing of a level from March 2022. And now we're at the highest level since May. And if they break 85.71 with any follow through, chat, you'll just be like, oh my God. Yeah, I bought a new house and it was with Baba funds. I mean, you're looking at 102, 110, 120 plus. But you have to understand, like, that could just be a trade, okay? It could be like that. It's like altcoins where, yeah, we break out and we do insane stuff and then we hit the A point and then it's literally over. Sure. But you have to understand sometimes these structures in this context usher in multi-year uptrends. So we're doing stuff like this, and then eventually we break, and we head to 168, we head to 200, 230, and that's just fine. I mean, remember how much value there is down here. The all-time high was 320, 319, right? Yeah. There is so much upside potential on BABA. People just don't care because it's been doing this. The composite operator has been conducting a buying campaign for 2 years, and that is enough time to make people, and then, you know, all the Mag 7ers kind of been going nuts. NVIDIA, people just going to greener pastures. But man, the composite operator is going to get stupidly paid on this. It just might take 6 more months. It might take another year. It might take 2 years for it to really go all the way. So extremely excited about this one. I can't wait because we might have new people that have seen this and they're like, I don't really know about harmonics, man. It's like you're about to learn, you're about to find out how powerful this stuff is. Okay. Yeah, I mean, well, we were going to look at the Mag 7, but I guess we can look at some more Bitcoin adjacent stuff on the stock market. Let's look at like MicroStrategy real quick, and then we'll go to like IBIT. MicroStrategy up, Jesus, 12% now. Bro, like 130. Like, look at this level. It's so real, man. 130. They recaptured it, but what is it? It's this level right here. It's that 2021 high. Okay. Recaptured, positive price action correlation, like Bitcoin, positive price action correlation to its own 57.5, 58.4. And now you're filling gaps, and 177's on deck. 172 to 177 is the target from here on MicroStrategy. Range bound, sideways. Look, right? Sideways. And now you're at the midpoint, and so you've got about 19% more upside on MicroStrategy before it hits the top of this range it's been in for 5+ months. Okay. Yeah, I guess look at IBIT. It's been a minute on stream. Bitcoin ETFs. IBIT up 5% now. Gap filled. Jesus chimes. Yes, we have a formal gap fill. Hi in the chat. So just extending this channel, like upside, you know, if you're not looking at anything but this channel and the supply line's target, it's like 37.77 or so, right? Just the anchor points. Yeah, you can, I mean, I extended it out just for the sake of the continuity of the price action because of this. But yeah, I mean, this is kind of arbitrary of an anchor point too. But in the end, it kind of made sense. It kind of lined up with this new data. So whatever. Yeah, you're not really using these channels so much for trading unless you're getting confirmation highs at those levels. You're rejecting those levels. My God, it was so perfect here. It was way better on Bitcoin futures and Bitcoin market cap. You know that. And then all the other ones look just like this. I mean, they're just the same. So there's no real point in looking at all of them. What about the Bitcoin miners? Mother of God, Hive up 13%. Going for the highest daily candle close since July 31st. Recaptured 286.304. I'm okay. When you're above $3, I'm okay on Hive. Yep. Mara up 10%. Really wasn't that great. I mean, it came down and, you know, sure, this local level was certainly defended. It was, look, violated and then kind of redefended, reconfirmed as support. So a lot of adversity, nebulous upside. I mean, the upside, you got the 200-day moving average, 1950, 2112. Those are all big levels where there has been supply and could be supply again. So it's not like you're breaking into wide open spaces. I normally like assets that do that. I think HUT is one that's like that. Not HUT. Which one was it? Again, I can't remember. Scrolling through, I mean, Bitfarms is cool because of the M shape. Yeah, IREN. I like IREN because you have a drawdown and a key level from history. So freaking real. It's undeniable. It's original touch points in 2022, right? You know the trend's bullish. You're in an uptrend, and you had a nice pullback, and what was once considered resistance support is now support again. And the 200-day moving average was defended. I know it's only at 4% today, but you're up against like a key level, like this 18 or this 858. If they break that, then what happens? Straight down, up, down, up, down. 858. If you break that, your target's like $15 and beyond. So I kind of like IREN. You know, they all can rally hard, but you're always looking for the technical arguments, right? Where you can manage risk and positive price action correlation, confirmation, all that stuff. Johnny, gotta find someone. I have a lot to lose, man. So like finding someone at the age I want, I certainly would, Johnny, but you don't understand what type of women society is churning out now in the younger age groups. It's insane. I mean, there's actual stats on this, like well over 50% of like younger women are like diagnosed with mental illnesses. So like it's very tough to find like a traditional woman who's not like okay with complete open borders and lawlessness and you know, catch and release and money printing and all that. They're okay with that. They want that. Yeah. Like I mean, these people are okay with like, okay, we will let society completely collapse in every regard as long as we can have abortions. It's like that. Like there's no compromise. Just like, let me kill unborn babies. And if I can do that, we'll have open borders and, you know, money launder billions upon billions of dollars to other countries, whatever. And thanks for the 621 people here. If you're enjoying the coverage of this kind of breakout, this 4-hour breakout, hit that like button, the bell, sub. Thanks for being here. Yeah. Yeah, and I'm certainly not doing passport bro things either. I'm not doing that. So I have faith, man. I'm patient. I have nothing to worry about, man. I'm living the best life of my life. I'm the best version of myself I've ever been every single day. The best shape I've ever been in outside Alabama football. And so I'm good. I love my life. So this is a great consolation if like I would never force that. Yeah. Bit digital, BT. See, some of these just like, it's nothing to really look at. It's like, cool, they're having good days, but it's like, what about framework? The framework. Wolftang had the framework and it played out. It hit the targets and now it's putting in the highest low ever and it's running again, attempting a rally. There's still an unfilled gap. You figure we would have seen it today, 510. Anyway, Bitcoin miners. All right, cool. Let's look at those Mag 7s, man. I mean, like, let's do some justice here. Let me show you Tesla real quick. Dang, bullish. Yeah, bullish inside bar being painted. Like, you had a bearish engulfing candle with zero fall through, and it was very close to a support. I mean, that's risk management levels. Close you are there, the easier it is to set up an entry with a tight stop loss below the level with max upside potential. So, but it's up 4.3% today. Nice. I think the trend has reversed on this one. Like, I think this one has the most value of the 7. Because all the 7, the 6 of the 7 are like, they've hit all-time highs. They've breached all-time highs recently. Tesla, not even close, man. That's why value. But it's also trend has reversed definitively. You have like the evidence that you have higher highs, higher lows consecutively now. You're trading above the 200 simple moving average. 200 is like leveling out. It's about to start upward sloping again. First time in a long time. So I like Tesla for now, especially above 205. I love it. As long as you stay above 205, we are in great territory. Nvidia up 4%. Yeah, see, it's like you got a completed bear shark. It's beautiful. It's perfect. It's actually like, you know, a shark. You probably want a deeper retrace on B, 1618, but it's a W shape with an 886. and a nice reaction. But I'm sorry, man, that is not follow through. That is a bullish harami. This could very well manifest into much higher prices. This could take us to 135, 140 if this is actually real. So if you have a bearish engulfing candle into a bullish inside bar, good luck, man. Like, you just want to wait. You just want to wait and see which one gets the follow through. Because remember, the bearish engulfing candle is technically still valid until buyers close above the open of that engulfing candle. So it's still there, it's still alive, but barely. Just want to talk about the weekly on this, right? Highest low ever. Going for one of the highest weekly closes ever. It would be the third highest candle close ever in 1 hour, 6 minutes. Monthly is probably crazy too. Oh my God, the monthly closes in 1 week, right? 7 days. But look at that. That is insane. Obviously going for your highest monthly close ever. Unless we have a terrible week next week, it would have to be really bad. Oh man, sorry, I'm just reading some chat. I've kind of been going today nonstop. I've already been live over an hour. That's dude, wild. Okay, so that is Nvidia. Let's go to Apple. Also, okay, bullish inside bar occurring, right? Unfilled gaps. I mean, pullbacks here, fine.
Yeah, I think on
you're
daily
the casino.
at NVDA and SP 500 we are at complacency level on Wall Street psychology chart.
Okay, so we're not even, the blow up top hasn't even happened yet. I can't remember that chart. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, bubbles boom and then they bust. Tail as old as time, but there is something to be said about the amount of revenue that Nvidia has, that it keeps pulling in. Yeah, it's absurd. And it's just continuing. Like every time they keep blowing out earnings and they keep having higher expectations and they keep having higher, like, you know, they report greater than the expectations are. And that's why the price keeps going nuts.
Check on Google Wall Street psychology
pretty
chart.
soon on it, I think. When is it again? Earnings on Nvidia, August 28th. Google psychology. I'm taking it the monthly. Good God. You want to talk about scary on the monthly? So you had a true bearish engulfing candle on Google, and you are going to get follow through. Unless something miraculous happens next week, you will have a confirmed monthly close below the engulfing, which is confirmation. So that's not good, man. That's not good. And here's a great example of like a bearish engulfing candle that never caught follow through, right? So people are like, oh man, that's so bad on Google. But you can't have the next month be like this, where it just engulfs, it bamboozles and just closes higher and validates it, right? So we're not getting that this time. We're actually getting the follow through. So it's kind of scary up there. I mean, I think a retest of 150 to 147 would make sense. You never got there. You were very close though. You were 155. So yeah, you're talking about the Google chart. Yeah, man, it's wild. Like, but yeah, look at some log scale. They make a crap load of money too. And just, you gotta also understand, right? Like people keep doing the psychology, Wall Street psychology charts, but it's also like, you have to think about inflation's very real. Like the revaluation of equities due to inflation is very real. Like inflation's not really slowing down. They're gonna, you know, they have their little fake metrics. You know, you see, oh, the jobs numbers revision 880,000 fake jobs over like a year. Like they do that. They fake numbers. So we know inflation's not going anywhere. You just have to be a consumer to know that. But still, like I think some of these moves have just been that, like the revaluation of assets due to inflation. That's what it is. More than like, oh, these things are just so amazing. So yeah, let me pull up that psychology chart for you. As Bitcoin's just at 63,266 off the highs by, $200, just up there. It has not tested 63,588 yet. But you're very, very close, man. All right, here it is, chat. So it obviously can't be. It's not a lower high. Right here. See, it's the highest high, and then the sell-off, and then the lower high, and he's saying complacency. But like, wait, a higher high though. Google's making the higher high. What are you talking about, man? It's pretty bold though to call in tops of bubbles. Like you're like, wow, you're really bold to be calling a top on a run that's been going on since March 2009. You're the double top guy. Look at Amazon on the monthly. Slightly higher high. Failed. It's going to be a confirmed failed breakout attempt. Man, that's nasty. That is gross on Amazon. Right, dude? This is the monthly. Each candle represents 30 days, 31 days. And 2021's peak, you had a breakout candle on the 3rd, and then the upthrust candle on just the next month. It was just 1 month, and then a rejected breakout. That is called an upthrust. And look at this follow through after the failed breakout attempt on Amazon on the monthly. It's pretty bad, man. Like, I hope they do something. I hope you get back above 188 one day, but dang, man, that's like disgusting price action. Look at your pin bar. I mean, it caught follow through, but for a couple months, and then it was gone again. Wow, you know what's bad on Microsoft? Oh, mother of God, dude, mother of God.
Complacency,
kind of scary.
Monthly chart.
Someone tell me what this is. What is the arrow pointing at now? Good God. I need answers, or the stream stops. Daily time frame, NVIDIA. Complacency, not monthly. Oh, the daily. Gotcha. Oh, so you're saying on the monthly it's not? Oh boy. Still waiting on these answers. Don't get wrecked. Don't get wrecked. I mean, that's just not enough answers, man. I can't believe it. I can't believe it, dude. But let's go to a Fortnite streamer, and I don't even have to ask a question, and chat's more active than y'all are. I don't get it, man. I don't understand. Yeah, so there were a couple answers. Yeah, for who was right? Dan Brunn was right. Lost Your Gun was right. Echo Leaf was right. Scuba Steve was right. But Dan Brunn was first. So yeah, it is the dark cloud cover on the monthly that will have confirmation of that candle in 7 days. That's crazy. The dark cloud cover. But see, look, you got bearish engulfing candle, but see, no follow through. That's such a big deal, man. Like, you need the follow through. Because like, look, you had a bearish, it wasn't almost a bearish engulfing candle here, January 3rd. You got follow through. And then look, it continued to draw down. Beautiful. So yeah, I'd be really concerned. I'm concerned now on Microsoft. Unless you catch a miraculous next 7 days where we're just closing at 430 plus. Yeah, you don't want to close this month lower than the bearish candles close. Dang, man. Meta? Not in the same ballpark. Meta's just going for the highest monthly close ever. Nice, but just they can't break this zone here, man. Here go the daily. Oh God, don't give me this. Don't give me a failed breakout. They're trying, man, but this is exactly where you could have max downside potential. If the buyers aren't coming in soon, this is where you go right back down to 454 again. Like, you just don't want to fail here. Because it's like you failed once already. Why are you going to fail again? Like that's wild. Very weak. So amongst the highest levels ever, but when bids, when like major high volume breakout, you're not getting it right now. So it's kind of higher risk until we get a nice impulse candle up. High risk for like longs up here. Could just roll over, fall back into the range. It's been doing that. What's up, L's until Q4 on X? What's up, X Dammy on Twitch? Anyone else? No. Sean, I said it is choppy as F. We were looking at I've been analyzing the 4 hour on Twitter. 4 hour. Grain of salt. Not very reliable at all. And you can see that. Each thing, each level. Here's a high, here's a second high, here's a third high. Okay. Here's the price action correlating on the other side. Is it inverse head and shoulders? I don't know, man. Lower high in the previous high, the higher low. That was identified, right? That was identified. You're not talking about that tweet. Yeah, so whatever, man. Like, I don't act like I know where an asset's going next. I can say it looks like crap or it looks like 50% chance. I think it was pretty close to untradeable, unless you were just going to long and have a stop loss set up below 57.5. You could have, but you're talking about you were off the bottom of the channel of the downsloping channel, right? You were in the midpoint. You were at the heart line. Like you're in the coin flip territory. God forbid.
I'm referring to Wall Street Psychology chart as they announced that they will start cutting rates, and every time in history when they said it, market was reversing. If you don't be alive to your own research, easy.
Oh, well, I mean, maybe.
Is that a joint?
Yeah, well, that goes beyond technical analysis, right? I mean, I'm not trying to, rate cuts are inherently bad short term most of the time for equities markets. Yeah, when they start cutting. And it's like almost 100% chance now they're going to cut next month. So, yeah, it's coming. So, like, I can't really be surprised if, like, they start cutting rates and Meta, like, fails to break out and then Amazon, too. My God. And they start rolling over. Sure. But I think it's only been, like, 23% retraces in 120 days or something like that. S&P on the weekly. Man, that's so wild, dude. Oh yeah, by the way, I forgot it's
time for Power Hour.
We're in Power Hour, man. We're in the last 60 minutes of the entire week, so it's Power Hour with all caps. So we close here. It'll be all-time highs. But an attempted rally and like could be confirming a top. I mean, such a fast run. So fast, man. Talking about complacency on the daily or weekly. Yeah, still just don't see it. But yeah, we could obviously reverse here. I'm not trying to forecast. I'm just looking for trade setups. I'm just looking for being able to apply the framework at good levels where there's value, there's structures. I mean, I think like, you come watch this stream long enough, you kind of get it, but it still seems like people don't understand and they still comment like I'm trying to like forecast where we're going next. I'm not doing that. Sorry, I guess you have to like be above like 90 IQ to kind of get what I try to do here every day, but some people are below that, so not much I can do, man. Very nice. Caesar Entertainment. That was looking interesting because it was at an inflection point. You kind of have a pretty clean breakout today on the Dragon, the Caesar's Dragon. Very nice here. This isn't a joke level. This is a very real level. This is where it reversed before. Why not again? Once and twice. I mean, whatever. You can take your chances. I'm not acting like I know what's going to play out. I'm just saying I've identified something that's predictable, and we've seen them play out countless times over all markets. So let's see what happens. Maybe a run to the 200, test it at $41. Nice, dude. Having a good day. INDB was okay at one point. Yeah, so it's like... Yeah, the three valleys, you got like a lower low fake out, but man, really looking okay here. Kind of just going through some of these. Dude, what about, was it Whirlpool still been getting destroyed? Not a good trend. Fell below support. It's not good. Yeah, they're trying to put in a higher low though, which is interesting. About 4.4% today. Lows has been really good, man. Like a bunch of higher lows and higher highs, and you're above the 200. It's like the trend reversement. The M shape ushered it in. Even if you still like pulled back to near the entry of it, approaching all-time highs, you'll probably be breaking it. I mean, I don't know. Like, right, if they cut rates and everything changes, maybe it's not going to. But some of these are looking good. BXP, another one that's just been looking really good, like the classic accumulation after hitting the lowest price in 13 years. It's a 2010 low here at the bottom. But since then, right, we're talking over 1 year of consolidation, going for the highest daily candle close on BXP since like February of 2023. So like pretty much like 18-month highs on BXP. And cracking 7168, which is not a joke. It's a level from 2020. This is upside. I mean, unless they just collapse this thing, it's showing signature of an ongoing buying campaign by somebody. Why am I a piece of bread? Because why not, man? Like, who cares if I'm a piece of bread? Like, I was Link from Zelda yesterday. I'm a piece of bread today, but I'm Mitch Ray every other day, just about. So. Skyworks is kind of interesting. They were about to break it out. They pulled back again because of the market crash. But dang, it's interesting that we have what, pretty much our highest major low. We're recapturing the 200, and they're trying to, maybe they're going to run it back up to the top of this range here. This could be like Wyckoff accumulation in the tail end of it, the final phase. I mean, I think if we're seeing 115, 118 again, you're breaking, and your target would be like 160. If they did break it. It's a very interesting structure on Skyworks technology. American Tower Association continuing to rise after its breakout. Yeah, I had to pull back, but I think the trend's kind of reversed on this one too. Shake Shack's nuts. It hit. Oh, it was so close. So close to its highest level since multi-years, right? Like 2.5 years. But yeah, just up against this high since March. My God, it's like Bitcoin, right? It's better than Bitcoin a little bit, but yeah. What is this? EL? Oh my God. Wow. Reciprocal ABCD. Maybe type 2ing. At like, yeah, I don't know, man. This thing's destroyed, but yeah. No action to take on it. Just interesting. I'm just looking around, man. I'm just looking at some of these. IVZ. Very not, dude. I think IVZ is one that's gonna. You'll see $24 eventually off this, man. It's so real what they're doing. Like, you've got that Terra Luna fractal inverted, and then you got the inverse head and shoulders on the second low on the weekly, and then your right shoulder happens to be a 3 rising valleys above the 200, above 1541. I mean, like, I just think, yeah, eventually 1818, and then they'll break it, and then you'll probably see $20+. Yep, I own this. I don't care. I don't care. Yeah, low volume. I don't care. Today, not low volume. Hewlett Packard, I like HP, where it was and where it pivoted. So nice. Like, holy crap, they defended the demand line. They defended the key multi-year inflection point. up, nearing $20. But this is like pretty much the highest low of entire uptrend. Crazy. That's the variable. That's very real. So I think if they break 1950, one last level, huge upside potential. Bitcoin at the highs of the day. Very, very nice, chat. Very nice. In Power Hour, we're catching the bids, man. Is Wall Street bidding up Bitcoin? They are. What's up, Quark? Bitcoin going for the test. Yes, sir. RFK is not going to endorse Trump. Whatever, dude. Like, dude thought it should be illegal to... He thought it should be illegal for people to think that climate change is not what they think it is. Like, okay, you can have different interpretations about climate change, and he thought people should be locked up for having a different opinion than him. I remember that. But yeah, he likes Bitcoin. That's cool. That's great, man. That's awesome. Like, congratulations on him for just being somewhat normal. I mean, like, if you're a normal person, like, any agency of sovereignty, like you think Bitcoin's good. Like, but if you're like a government worker, you're like big on just lifetime being government. Yeah, you hate it. There it is, chat. 63,596 right there.
Look here. Look, let's hype in the chat.
Let's go back to it, man. Let's go look at it. Let's look at it. We have officially tested the next big level. And there is a little bit of supply there, as you can see, just a little bit. Oh, that requires Jesus chimes too. That's not slander, Janix. Me saying that he said that, there's video evidence. I watched a video of him saying it. Like, that's... Oh my God, he formed an opinion by what the guy said. But I also, in the same breath, talked about, yeah, he likes Bitcoin, which any normal American or Western person who believes in individual freedom and sovereignty should care about Bitcoin. You're crazy not to. Okay, so we're just up against it right now. Knock, knock, knock. Where's the Tangia knock, knock, knock? And that 200, man, smashing it. I love it. And then if you just look at it like this, where you're not regarding horizontal line resistance support, which you should always do that. Like, this is 2021's peak, okay? Or one of them. If you're not, then you just top of the channel, like 66K. If it's just going to do what has it been doing? Okay, level, like 1, 2, 3. Okay, so since April 8th, okay, April 8th, we were able to, we had the 3 valid anchor points we needed for this channel. Okay, 1, 2, 3. That's how you, parallel channel rules, right? You have to have 3 anchor points, not 2, 3. It can be 2 on the top, 1 on the bottom, or 1 on the bottom, 2 on the top. You can have more, of course. So that's how it's plotted, and it's not been touched, okay? The untouched channel. Perfect touch. April 16th. Violation, recapturing, okay, because, you know, there are levels from history, okay. Yeah, you're going to, in and out. It's all about, like, what happens really after. So they broke it down. Was there follow through? God, no. You're right back in it the next day. Okay, what happens after that? Max upside. Runs to the top, right? Once up thrusts, 2 times up thrust. But beautiful bearish back test when it was recaptured on the 7th, a couple days later, and then rolled over. What did it do? Eventually made it all the way to the bottom of the channel. And yeah, it was intraday violated. Oh my God, who cares? The candles closed at it. And the rally, the first time, perfect regard. Perfect. Sell off, then a little up thrust. What, why? To complete the harmonic, to complete the $69,000 test, which is what? There it is, the old all-time high, previous cycle top from 2021. It rolled over and then crashed. And really what happened? Yeah, you broke the channel intraday, recovered, closed virtually at it, and then what happened? If it was violated, the next day, just like here, unreal, just like May 2nd, identical on August 6th, recapturing and recovery, and now on the way back to the top of the channel. So it's been extremely reliable and is pretty much the way it's being interpreted by most market participants. Yeah. So it is just not out of the realm of possibility to believe that maybe, just maybe, we test it again. Still just there up against it in power hour. Here's your total again. Yep, you'd think the 200-day moving average would be on deck at 2.264. Top of the channel here, and this is not, you know, I mean, I think this is a pretty big deal, man. This one of these equidistant trend lines, as you can see, 1, 2, 3, and then it was support here, and then it was support again, and you breaking that. I think that's not a joke at all. So normally what happens when it's actually broken and doesn't fail, you'll go up to the next point. So that might be your total target. Okay, we are at the highs of the day right now. Can you believe it? What was once resistance chat, what was once support, 57.5, 58.4, it was violated on the crash, but then shortly after it was recaptured, and then it was the arrow pointing to it being reconfirmed as support. Spring, back test of spring in the end. Yeah. Nebulous price action intraday, very tough, like untradeable stuff, really. But that was a good event. That was very good that they held it, and it was scary, and it was like, oh my God, they're not holding it. And now we're seeing the manifestation of the recapturing and reconfirming. All right, 63.6. Continuing to recover, continuing to see highs of day. With the last 60 minutes for Wall Street. Looking at the Mag 7, I have a whole like screen of Mag 7s, and none are really doing anything. Tesla's kind of near the highs of the day, but that's it. Nothing else. It's like almost like they're not moving, unlike Bitcoin, right? It's famous Jameis, man. Yeah, see, Johnny, you say that, but you're like you're stupid, man. Like, hey, Johnny Bull NFT just being stupid again. Like, how many times I gotta say I don't act like I know where an asset's going, and all I can do is go by each piece of data we get, and we were only able to look at the 4 hour. Hey, how about you, Johnny Bull NFT, talk about what happened July 29th, July 30th? You're not gonna bring that up because you're a loser, man. You're gonna bring up the Type 2 return of the bearish shark in June. You're not going to talk about the recapturing the level with the bullish divergence, tweeted about 8 million views on Twitter. You're not going to talk about that. You only want to talk about bearish, bad things, negative things, because you hate me. You're like, watch my stream to talk trash. When it's like, this is coin flip, coin flip, coin flip. But he was bearish as F, but he keeps saying coin flip. He keeps saying coin flip. But he's bearish as F. You're just a loser, dude. Imagine having the name NFT. If you have NFT in your name, how brain dead do you have to be? You fell for that? You fell for the NFT scam. That's you. Crazy, man. It's like if you have enough variables, it increases your probability of a particular outcome. Literally. Only that's all I have. That's all I think. If you don't have enough variables, if not enough time has gone by since a crash, you're pretty much flipping coins. You're pretty much flipping coins. And I think they were kind of doing that. God, man. Yeah, you got nothing to say, do you? Yeah. All right, so if they're breaking 63,588, 64,899 would be kind of on deck. As you can see how real it is, just even lately and locally. We know it goes back to 2021. But like just here, just on the 4 hour, look, complete reversal July 1st. Support, complete reversal July 19th. Complete reversal July 25th. And here we are breaking it again. So it's like, this is a major level. Undeniable. Highs of day. Once again. Throughout the stream, highs of day. Jerome victory speech, yep. They're caving, cutting rates, 3 minimum, right? Which is wild. Index, the S&P 500 is going to hit a weekly all-time high close in 36 minutes. And we are going to cut rates into that. That is insane. That's crazy. When like, I don't know, man. Like, that's it's we're gonna try something out, aren't we? We're gonna definitely try something out. Guess we can shift to like the other ones like Ethereum. See how they're doing. Trying to break. Is it gonna? No, it's still right there. Maybe it's doing it. Yep. Yep, breaking out, chat.
Bruh.
Oh my god. Yeah, alt's doing things. Sol's up, Ethereum's up, BNB's kind of flat because it's been an anomaly. Solana, man. Running. I mean, at its highest price since the 14th. Too much demand, I guess. There's so much demand, the sellers are unable to test 130 again. And it would be the highest low of the no trend. Pretty much the highest low of no trend. Like where they test. They even tested recently this month, and now they can't retest 'cause too many buyers. What the heck? And look at this. Big deal here on Solana on the daily. First level of positive momentum being put in since July 30th of the whole month. Wow. Incredible. Going for a test of the 200 again. I'm just going to have an alert set up. If we break the 200, you're going to hear the beep. Bitcoin 63,761 at the highs of the day again. Yeah, I think you have to acquire a taste from me probably, for sure. Yeah, I'm definitely like a coffee or some sort of IPA or something. Yeah, definitely. I don't think like you can just come in and start liking me. And like really, I don't think you can just come in new and like understand my message, like what like the message I'm trying to push to people on their trading journey. Because it's just overwhelming, because there's just like not enough places that exist in the world that are teaching traditional technical analysis this way. There are too many people talking about, I called it, bro. This is my forecast. This is where we're going. I think we're doing this. But when that's not even true technical analysis at all, that's some bastardized form, warped version of it. That's like Morgoth taking the elves in the age of the first age, when the elves were born, right? And he took the elves and then he tortured them and morphed them into this awful, evil form. And they're called orcs. That's what people have done to traditional technical analysis everywhere on the internet to make it, because people want answers. They need answers. They need to know for sure which way something's always going. But TA doesn't tell you that. It's not giving you that answer. So now, like, the preconceived notion of normies about TA is it's fake, it's tea leaf reading, it's bullcrap. It's like, I'm sorry, man, that's just not how it is. Bitcoin 5.6% up. Nah, that's a cute little rally, I guess. Alts though, killing it. They are pumping, man. Filecoin up 8%. Man, unreal. I mean, not really unreal. It's like, yeah, the structure was there. It was just hitting the lowest low seen since 2023, and they tested it once. All the bids were there. That was all it took. You never saw it again, and now you're just running. You could very well just put in the lowest high of downtrend, right, of the sell-off, but you know, on deck, you got like 472. If we're talking about real resistance, these are the two big levels. It's either $3 or $5 on file. Oh yeah, let's look at a Bitcoin to Ethereum. Height for file. I mean, just pulling a dragon. They do it, man. They don't always play out, but this time it did. Wait,
Arrow slash used good,
to Bitcoin, my bad.
Daily chart looks interesting, thanks.
What's up, Mountain Man Investor? Hello. Thank you for the 20. Oh, God, it's so bad. Look at it. It's just down about 1% today amongst the lowest level seen in years with tremendous downside here. I mean, there's so much more down. It's such a well-established bear trend. Remember, this red dotted vertical line that you see on this chart is the day that Vitalik Buterin caved to the climate communist terrorists and switched Ethereum to proof of stake from proof of work. It was it. It was the upthrust after distribution, and it's been last points of supply, and now we're in phase E, which is the markdown phase, and the signs of weakness are very evident recently. So a lot of downside, 3 million maybe when it's all said and done. This is a huge structure, and it's been going on since May of 2021. The inverse Bitcoin dominance chart. 30 minutes till the close. Let's see. Is there any other requests? I don't think so. Bunch of 420s. Yeah, that's it. Okay, Mountain Man, we'll go to it for you. Arrow. It's probably up 10% today plus because it's an S coin. Up 9.58%. I was way off. Where's all the data though? KuCoin probably. No. Where is the data, Lebowski? I guess it doesn't have much data. I'm just kind of taking it. I think Coinbase maybe has the most data. Yeah, I mean, it didn't make an 886. It didn't round trip. I can just plot this swing high, this reversal point from March of this year. Wow. Wow, they defended it. Dang, man. That's some nice price action correlation to that level, right? See the swing high? And then it flipped to support before going to all-time highs. That's how you know how real the level is. That was an ancient battle between sellers and then buyers. Buyers routed the sellers. But now, like, things have changed where you see, like, that dreaded August 5th day. That was bad for the whole crypto market. Look how they never really violated it. Buyers defended it. And then they went back again. You know, like, they sold it off and almost tested it, but didn't even. I guess too much demand. Now you're running, and it's kind of like you can see this little confirmation low at the inflection point, which makes it easy to manage risk if you were gonna on this. Like, stop below 61 cents, of course, right? You wouldn't want to own it. You have an argument to not own it at that point. So it's kind of like you kind of have that going on, excluding the wick, right? That's very, very real confirmation low at this point. So I don't think you want to own it below 61 cents, but if you're looking for a target above, that makes sense. The next level where you could see all the historical context, right? reversal, reversal. I mean, how many times has it been tested as resistance for breaking? But then it was support. And that's kind of about it. But I think that'd be an adequate target, 84.4 cents on deck. If this is a real confirmation low, you get a more pronounced rally off the second low. Yeah, you would have, like, I know it's up 10% today, 9.25% right now, but you still got like maybe 17% upside to just test the next level. And above that, I don't know. I mean, that's just all we're doing are looking for assets to be doing stuff like this at key levels. And if we can identify it when it's close enough to those levels, that means we have max upside. But unfortunately, it's started around today. You didn't request it yesterday. No one in the world ever requested Aerodrome. See, I mean, some people do, but a lot of people just aren't requesting assets when they need to. They're only requesting assets when 10%, 30% up day. And it's like, what are you going to do? You could ask yesterday, and it's like, well, I just said the exact same thing yesterday. You think I really would have changed the analysis if you were like, look at Aerodrome Finance yesterday on this 22nd. I'm going to do the same thing I did just now, except we don't have a 10% candle. You can manage your risk. I guess you could have a stop loss below that level if you wanted. Yeah. It's too late. I mean, kind of is. Yeah. And here it is. The price action correlation at the key level, as we know. RFK is saying he'll be part of Trump's campaign and cabinet, focusing heavily on chronic illness. There you go. See, someone was like, he's not going to do it earlier. It's like, whatever. Cool. Get left behind. All right, that's it. That's Aerodrome. Aerotine. Cutting edge space lasers, right? Is that what they do? Yeah. Man, some of these V-chains up 7%. Dang, dude, dang. Unbelievable. Like 886. I mean, never really, it almost nicked it perfectly. It was an 87% retrace, whatever. Yeah, M shape, the deep retrace, hit a level, 2 cents, and they defended it once and then twice. They did that 2 times. So 2.795 cents target. If they broke that, then 3.3 cent target. All right. 1 and 2. Storage is like this too, right? Storage up 5%. Yeah, same type of crazy little confirmation lows at a key level. Yeah, like, see the thing that happened back in November and December 2020 is happening right now again at the same level in 2024. Like, what? All right, probably going to 53 cents, I guess. Maybe. Don't forget to have fun. I mean, me going live is fun. Me, like, trying to help people learn this stuff and educate is fun. It just gets kind of annoying when people just misconstrue like my message to think I'm trying to act like I know where an asset's going next, that he was so bearish, he was so bullish, he was so this, so that, so this, so that, when we're in a freaking coin flip situation, just a bunch of chop, when there's not really much on the daily outside of the back test. That's all you had. And it's like, oh yeah, because I said coin flip, I'm awful. I was wrong because I said it's like a coin flip. Yeah, dude, that's how it works. I don't know, man. We got 23 minutes, so the all-time highs on the, yeah, not extremely bullish equals super bearish. Yep. Being neutral equals inverse of what some low IQ moron thinks. Exactly. Oh, another set ended. Dang, man. How live? Hour, almost 2 hours I've been live, man. Hit the like button, that bell, that sub if you're here. Just do it, man. Why not? Yeah, that 200 is a big deal, man. The great news is, by the way, I forgot to say, the 50. We have recaptured the 50 moving average, which was being tested yesterday. But this is great news, man. I am always a happy camper when you recapture the 50 and the 200 on the daily. And they're trying to do that today. Yeah, I forgot to. I'm gonna give a shout out to. We had some renewals in the past few days that are just, and a couple new members. No, it was just Libra. Thank you for joining the Citadel / Patreon this month for the first time, and Aaron, thank you so much for the first month for joining. Thank both of y'all for supporting this 100% crowdsourced community. Also, I think we had Musby. Thank you for the 9 months continued support in the Patreon / Citadel. Georgetown Felix, thank you for the 13 months of continued support, man. Y'all are amazing. So what do we do? Are we going to go to 64.9? I mean, because you know how big of a deal this is, right? Like, this isn't a joke. This is normal price action, though, between these levels, okay? So when you're getting a clean break of this level, you're going here. When you break it, you go up to it, you bust through it, you sell off, you test it again, it's a resistance, you break it, but then it's not enough demand, you fall right back to it again. So very interesting here. You're just kind of doing the same thing you do when there's finally resolution after a back test where there's resistance or support. See, you had it as support in October 2021. What happened then? Like, okay, it was regarded as support. Didn't spend 10, 12 days, but one day, and it was up 20% in 2 weeks after that. So that's kind of like the only time in history it was regarded as support back in those days. But recently, I mean, you know, April and July, and now recently in August. 3 different times this year, that same level that was resistance support is now support. So no, we didn't look at gold. Gold was up. Yeah, let's look at it real quick. Sure, good idea. Sorry. A lot of mania, you know, and there's like all kinds of commotion. Yeah, look at this. Gold buyers recapturing that level. Thank God. Amazing, man. Back above 2,500. Back above the supply line. Going for the second or third highest close ever, depending on performance in the next hour, 19 minutes. If you want to see the weekly, it is a work of art, or it's just beautiful. Going for the highest weekly candle close in human history. Not by much, though. I mean, you're closing pretty close to last week's close. Yeah. And if you want to see the monthly, Cup with Handelman. It's a Cup with Handelman. We're on the way. On the friggin' way. Measure move of this galaxy-sized structure. 2778. Not too far off. It is wild, though, how it ended up being like that, huh? And that one little last shakeout in November 2022. Yep, that's what they tried doing, man. They hunt stops, they grab liquidity, they recapture it. Bitcoin does it too. All the market participants do it all the time, man. How many different fake outs? I mean, most recently, Bitcoin had that kind of fake out. Right? The big, scary sell-off where we saw $49,000 at the lows. And then XAG, which is, you know, massively underperforming gold at this point, but it's still wonderful, man. Look, I mean, you can't make this up how insane this is. Like, eventually $37 and $50, $49.85. Going for your second highest monthly candle close since January of 2013. So what's the problem, man? Above the 200, bullish back test, spring back test of spring of the 2008 high candle close. The 200 month moving average was regarded as support at the same time. That was the most powerful technical indicator you could ever dream of on this chart, this stuff. And look at it now. Yeah, higher prices if you have patience. If you can wait a couple years, this might take a year or two to play out, but on the way to 34.50 for the overhead resistance from 2012, then just the aggressive harmonic targets, the C point and the A point. Yeah. What are you worried about? B-vol? I haven't looked at that chart maybe in over a year because just hasn't served me. What is it? Let's look at it. B-vol. Okay, last time I looked at B-vol was here back in September to October 2023. Oh my God, man, B-vol. Look at this. So again, I haven't looked at this in a year. So look at this old all-time low from November of 2018. 2 violations, but recaptured and reconfirmed as support once and then twice. So Bitcoin volatility is rising. You're currently at the highest level since April. And yeah, it does look like, I mean, getting ready for some more volatility, man. 32, 42. God, this is the basement, man. And I could, thinking about Bitcoin's price action the past 6 months alone, yeah, I would imagine it looks like something like this. No volatility, it's range bound, no big spikes. Remember they domesticated Bitcoin volatility? So it used to be a bull, right? And now it's just a stupid cow. But hopefully we're just setting up for like really nice, positive, bullish volatility where we get another spike like this, and it's because of buyers, not sellers. Because we just got a sell-off, man, right? And this barely moved, which is crazy. Oh, thanks for 300 likes, chat. We did it, man. Yeah, so I would say that you're taking out that old low from March 2019. And this is a level, right? A bottoming level, right? Look what happens down here when they take it higher. Good God. Bitcoin futures. They filled the gap. They already did that technically on the 9th, but now we're descending to 65.5. 65.5 is that high from April of 2021. If you're not there yet, same thing, 64.9, right? 64.9 on spot equals 65.5 on Bitcoin futures. And that means that there are no local gaps anywhere close. Like, so no gaps to fill, no gap duty anymore on Bitcoin futures lately, locally, this year, 2024. No gap duty. So yeah, and you run 65.5. The top of this channel is around 67.6, 67.4. And then we look at Bitcoin market cap. Breaking that 200. 1.212 trillion is so important on this chart. Oh my God. I want to show you how important it is. Not the fact that it's been support resistance this year, but it's 2021. See how market cap back then, you broke it today. This is a major breakout on Bitcoin market cap, but as you can see, adversity is just upon us. 1.26 trillion, the old all-time high. 1.3 trillion. So I think that's great, man. It's just, there's a lot of stuff you got to break through, but up 5.4% right there with Bitcoin spot. Bearish Gartley, it could be up here. It's like the Bearish Gartley, if you plotted it, I don't know how pretty it is, and it's not even real yet, right? Like Bearish Gartley's, any harmonic is not real until it actually reacts at the pattern completion zone, price reversal zone. So I just made like the, I was just theory crafting here, man, like spitballing, having fun. Here's the 618 on B. Here's the higher low on C. All right. So the next thing, the D point is here. Well, I guess on the market cap coin, it's not, market cap chart, it's not that. 786 is around 1.3 trillion, which lines up with the old all-time high. Dang, man, the pattern completion zone of a bearish Gartley on the Bitcoin market cap chart is the previous cycle top. But if I show you on the this chart real quick, 12 minutes till the stock market closes, chat. If you plotted it here, X, A, B. Well, let me do this so you, because I can't believe it was like TA Tetris. Unreal. I mean, it's like perfect. That, I mean, that, like, right, that's, it doesn't look like, the best Gartley, I guess. I'll flip it. That actually is beautiful Gartley on the, if you flip it, man. Wow. So there you have it. Near a 1618 that's confluent with the 786. That's your target. That's your wave structure target, I think, at this point, because the bad action magnet move has just been breached. When you have a BAMM, the bad action magnet move, that just means that there's a high probability area that the asset would run to, which is normally a 78% retrace up to an 886. And you're on the way now. And that would be the top of the channel, man. TA Tetris. Let's make this a nice golden gold, right? This is the Gartley color. The sharks are always this darker red. They're a little lighter if they're 113 sharks. They're teal or bats. I try to just color code the harmonics. So there you have it. What does that mean? Upside potential from where we are right now, about 3% upside. Easily doable, right? And if we overshot and went to an 886, because Bitcoin apparently loves 886s, as you can see from history, 67.8, 67.9. Measure move that symmetrical triangle. Yeah, the neutral structure. Oh, wait, it was neutral? Yeah, it was neutral. Yeah. Coin flip. Okay. Love it, man. We got less than 10 minutes. I'm just going to try to run out the clock so we can get a Jesus Chimes and a stock market close. The S&P 500 is closing in on its highest weekly close ever. We're near the highs of the day. Highs in this 4-hour candle. This 4-hour candle close is going to give us the highest close since August 2nd as well. And the momentum was bad. It was bearish.
ORDIUSDT on Gate.io, as that's the longest chart. This going to run to $40 bucks or higher. I got in at 31 and sold too early at $33.20 and looking for a re-entry after a pullback ideally. Thanks, man.
John, dude, thank you for the 20 pounds, mate. We can look at that right now. Why not? Who cares? We had like 3 requests today. It's a joke. Or the ordinals, whatever, just like many others. I'm not really sure where all the data is on this one. Normally, if you request these S coins, you want to be telling me the exchange too, so I don't waste my time analyzing where there's not enough data. I just looked at Binance and like the other one, big one, and it's like, okay, this is all the data I have, so it must be it. This must be it. So yeah, a peak from 2023 was defended as support. And you made your lowest low, but I bet you money there was divergence here, a low, then a local lower low, and no, it was close. Not, it was like BNB, where BNB got oversold twice, but the second low was actually lower. So you could almost say it's like class C hidden or class C classic bullish divergence. Yeah, I'm not sure what else we could do here. Like how are we gonna plot it, right? What makes sense? Because you know, you got the horizontal line support. I'm trying to see, is there any sort of like breakout point or anything like that? Candle close, wick. So you're not even close to that. That's a wedge, man, right? It's totally a wedge. Let's see if we... Gonna go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 there. Yeah, it's just a bunch of down sloping consolidation. It would always be nice, okay? In these situations, you may not get it, but in these situations, you always want something like this where we can be like, okay, there's now evidence of a composite man out there who's accumulating a position. You just want a higher low. You can't be as confident about an asset when you take a long after it's just put in its lowest effing low. Like, sure, that's all, you know, assets do bottom there. But how do you know? You have no confirmation that that's the true bottom. But yeah, maybe this time it's just, that's it. But always want checkbacks. Always want, you know, it's a dragon pattern too, right? You know, that's the spine. You broke out. It's like Filecoin. Yeah. There are multiple ways to look at it, okay? But the biggest thing is this level from history, it was regarded as support for a second time. They defended it, and now you're kind of running. And again, like if you're just talking about here, you broke it. And if you're talking about dragon targets, 618 to 886 levels, 1 foot, the second foot, right? It's a dragon. It's a dragon. Oh boy. Just scared, dude. Like, people are dumb, man. Like, scared as in, oh, if there's a coin flips chance on Bitcoin, it means I'm scared, chat. Yep. I just don't understand. Why are these people not bringing up the times that TA literally called the 30% crash? Preceded. It prophesized a crash, one of the worst crashes ever. Why is no one talking about that? Why is everyone only talking about Bitcoin on the 4 hour in the past 14 days, where it was a literal heart rate monitor? What's up, Bob? Thank you, dude. He wants gondola to wrap ether. Sure. So again, targets on this, if you're just talking about dragon targets, 48 to 60 is the level. 48 to 60. Spy pushing a close. Yeah, it's going to be the highest close ever. We got 4 minutes. So gondola to wrapped ether. Oh boy. Oh boy. I mean, this is a scam coin. I don't really give a crap if you think it's not. You're wrong. It's a scam coin like all the rest on wrapped ether. Yes, someone created this to enrich themselves. There's nothing to apply here. There's nothing. It didn't even hit an 886. It would have made more sense lower. Yeah, easier to strategize, but yeah, whatever, man. Congrats on it getting back above 1570 here. Yeah. So there's no resistance on this asset. Just saying. I'm just until 48.33. Like, right? Like, that's inflection point was broken. You're breaking it kind of, right? 2, 3, 3, 4. You break that, then there's never been a reversal until 48.33. Yeah, thank you for the contribution, but I mean, you just can't expect much from me when you're requesting a scam on wrapped Ethereum on Uniswap. You just can't expect there to be much of an analysis, because I know, like, we're analyzing a scam. We just are. It's up 60% today. Congratulations on your scam pumping. That's awesome, dude. I hope you made money and you you realize your profits, okay, and then you pay your taxes to the government so they can send it to. Well, they have been sending it to other countries, but now they're just funding your replacement with third world migrants. So they don't give a crap about the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, what it means to be American. They don't want to be American. They're not going to assimilate. Sorry. Most are too stupid to. But that's the whole point. Okay. Let's go back. Let's go to the S&P 500. Let's go to the weekly. That is closing in less than 2 minutes now. And here it is. We're about to witness history together, chat. In 3 weeks, the S&P 500, from its absolute nadir of that correction, 10%, 10.37% rally in 14 days. Did you know that the S&P 500 on average yields 10% a year? Right? That's the thing, 7 to 10%, and it did it in it's really 3 weeks, right? 15 trading days. If you don't think that's crazy, I don't know what to tell you. It's yearly average return in 3 weeks. 1 minute, we're running at the clock to be able to play Jesus chime, man. I'm sorry. That's how it works.
Hi Mitch, can we take a look at Harry Potter Obama Sonic 10 Inu? Thanks.
$15 seconds, chat. 15 seconds. There it is. My God. People gotta be pinged. What was that? Did someone say something? Sorry. Oh, wow. Anonymous, thank you for the 20. I don't even know that snuck by me. Harry Potter, Obama Sonic 10 Inu. Yeah, of course. Highest 4-hour candle close confirmed on Bitcoin since August 2nd, chat. Nice. 3-week highs on the 4-hour. Sweet. Obviously, the highest weekly candle close ever on the Dow Jones Industrial Average. Here it is. There it is, man. Fan-frickin-tastic. Okay, what was it? Yeah, Harry Potter. We'll just look at the NASDAQ so you can see the weekly close here because it just happened. The third highest weekly candle close ever and woefully below the first two. Wow. Majorly underperforming on the recovery. You can thank the Magnificent Seven for that. As yeah, some of them are performing miserably. Like Google, wow. Yeah, market drivers not really keeping up with the overall collective market, the more broader market. Let's see, IWM, the 3 white soldiers is confirmed on the weekly now, but no like highest close and years
Rune
or
on
anything.
Qcoin, please.
Under the July 22nd level. What's up, Anon? Thank you so much for the 20. We look at Rune. Sure, dude. Thanks so much. Let's look at that Harry Potter coin first. That wasn't we looked at it this week, I think someone requested it, and it wasn't at a great level. It wasn't like an amazing bottom of range. It was just kind of, where's the, yeah, I mean, we've had incredible stuff happen at 5 cents or 18 to 20 cents, but you just weren't at those levels. What were they defending? They weren't. You just weren't at a great level. It's up 18% today, but congratulations. That's called you were at the casino. You were at the roulette table. You put your money on red, and it landed on red today. Congratulations on your gamble. It worked out. So locally, you might have a confirmation low going on. Sure. There's a 3 drives there. So all I can say is like locally here, it's like one time, the second time, you could have a more pronounced move because this is the second test of whatever level. It's pretty random. I guess it's from here. It's from back from May. That swing low. I guess we could take it a little further and say there is some sort of correlation. This candle close from December 2023. That's kind of... Now I could take it back and say it's even here. Okay, that's it. Okay, never mind. I guess it's real. I guess it's a real level because there's that first time. July 2023, correlation. But then it was violated here. And they violated the level, right? They only broke it today. Like they were below, you weren't defending it, you were violating it. So congrats on it rallying. It's up 20% now. So upside easily could take it to 12.83 cents. Sure. And if it just is going to go to the top of the range, then 17.7 to 20 cents. Like, I don't know if it's going to bottom here. It could be 1 and then 2. It could be the 2 highest lows of the range. And it's just going back up. These would be your major targets if you just cared about ranges. Okay. So that means if Harry Potter, Sonic, Obama, 10, Inu was just going to run back to the levels it keeps running to and reversing, then from where it is right now, even being up 20% today, there's still 61 to 77% upside. Congratulations, Harry Potter. Let's go. Harry Potter. Harry Potter. Expected return. Solana breaking above the 200-day simple moving average right now. All right, 171 now is probably the big target. You got this local 160, but yep, this is powerful. I mean, neutral, but now, like, am I looking at strength here? Failure from sellers to test 130 again? Okay, I'm down with it. Sol was the best of all of them at the top. You know, the top market cap ones for a while until the crash, and then it's kind of taken a back seat, but to BNB. But I'm still cool with Sol. I like Sol until 124 is violated with actual follow through and candle closes, and we've not done that. So trend is still intact until further notice. If Bitcoin makes a crab, that'd be crazy. So he's talking about, like, if say, like, you know, we've been looking at the potential Gartley, which is we could get a reaction there. It would be a dream. He's just talking about a dream. Okay. You gotta invalidate the Gartley first. But he's talking about we're gonna make a crab. That would be like this. You know, it's like a crab is just a failed Gartley in the end. When there's no reversal at the 786, 886, it just keeps going. It's too bullish. A crab would be a 1618, and this is what he's talking about. He's like, we're gonna make a crab. The 1618 is no freaking joke. $82,000. That's what he means. It doesn't make sense until you break key levels. It doesn't make sense until you're making a higher high than the previous high. It doesn't make sense until you're breaking 69K, 66K, 71K, 74K. It doesn't make sense until then. So, like, it's a great idea. It's what happens if the smaller harmonic, like if the Gartley harmonic fails. Sure. That's just a mouthful. That is pipe dreams. Pipe dreams. B to D is illegal? Was it completely illegal? Way too shallow? Yeah, hopium, man. We can smoke some hopium, dude. Overdose on some hopium, whatever. The harmonic choir, y'all remember that? The Michelangelo? Or it was like harmonic, harmonic, harmonic. But they was sideways, right? I think it was back in 2020. We have that one? Where was it? It was somewhere, dude. Someone find Michelangelo. I think I've got it maybe in my files somewhere. Let me check my bread files. Bread files? As we just watched Bitcoin oscillate above 63,588. This live stream's been going on for 2 hours plus now. If you're enjoying it, hit that like button above the sub. Thanks for being here. Man, I have to like look at every one of these and find it, man. There it is. I found it, chat. I found it. Here it is. The old days. This was crazy. The Michelangelo. Everything was a harmonic. Eventually that pulled back one more time, and then we broke out. And it was reaccumulation in the end. Beautiful. Yeah, I have to check my breadcrumbs, man. There's a lot of awesome community memes. There are, man. I need to like make a screensaver or something. It just doesn't make sense. I'm never like idle. Like I'm never live and not like streaming. My favorite meme maybe ever is this one when I got endorsed by Al Gore, man. I'm a big fan of Bitcoin and Mitch Rate TA. Just kidding, man. That's an old, ancient meme from like 2018, I think. Skiing Rooster has Scott's textbook open. I'm going out to dinner with him and his family tomorrow evening. So I will let Scott Carney and family know that you all say hello. If you want me to, I'm going to leave a message, I can. Yeah, he invented the internet himself, man. Come to Toaster. I will not be wined and dined by the Toaster. I'm just scrolling, reading some chat. I haven't read much chat today. Crazy, man, that like I made my stance like neutral and like people still are like, he was saying this, he was saying that. It's like, wait a second. If it dumped, people would have been like, he was saying this, he was saying that. It's like, what? Neutral, man. There's nothing wrong with being neutral. When you don't have enough data, like, yeah, again, I think the casino analogy is the absolute best analogy in the world for explaining technical analysis, where you're always going to be at the casino, no matter what. It's just you can be at the poker table and you can have pocket aces, ace king, ace queen suited, and have a good position and play your cards, have an edge, a mathematical edge, know your opponent, all those things. And if you're not doing that, if you're not playing poker with GTO cards, like the best, then you're virtually gambling. And so that's most of the market. 99% of the market's pretty much you're just gambling. Yeah. At any given time, any random chart, it's probably 90% chance that it doesn't have the framework required to be able to manage risk appropriately. And at the same time, being able to manage risk, having a higher probability outcome of whichever way it is, up or down. So I am puffy today, man. Soup bread. I'm probably my lowest body fat percentage and since I did keto, but it's insane because I am repping 10 plus reps of 225 on bench at this weight. And I'm at 185 with this body fat. It's unreal. Like I'm like legit. I mean, I'm never going to compete with Alabama football because I was 235 pounds. I don't even know what my body fat was. And I was eating everything. I was eating 5,000 calories a day, probably trying to keep my weight on because of how physically active I was and my metabolism and my age. So it's like, that's just not comparable. But in every other aspect, like, yeah, like, this is it. I'm the pinnacle for a grown man of myself. Like, comparing myself to myself yesterday, I'm the best. Yeah, no keto, dude. No way, man. You can't do keto if you want to have muscle mass. You can't build muscle efficiently on ketosis, man. It was cool for like, hey, we're isolated and we're locked down. We can't go out, can't do anything. All right, we'll give it a shot. Let's see what it's like. But no, this is the more sustainable, better way. Or gym posts. Yeah, maybe. I don't even know. I just like got to a point where it's like, I can do it and I look good. It's a long way, skiing rooster. Neil, you can do that, but you'll never be able to compete with someone who's eating carbs. Like, you're just not going to be able to. Like, you can, yeah, you'll build muscle. You can, but you're just not going to ever be able to rival the energy I have in a workout to be able to break down your muscle as good as me. So therefore, your recovery is just not going to be as good. You're not going to build as much muscle as me. And that's okay. That, like, it's all about your priority. Like, what are you trying to do? You really trying to lose weight? Like, if I was like really overweight, I would maybe do keto to try to like knock it down. But then I'd probably augment my diet when I'm trying to build strength and muscle, and at the same time lose fat. All right, so we're just 63,769. I'm kind of just like, man, what if we, it's now officially the weekend for crypto. Maybe we can test 64.9 when it's all said and done. That'd be great. I just wonder, like, are we gonna have a flat weekend, a boring weekend, and come back on Monday and start running again or dumping? Or is it gonna be one of those anomalies? Ooh, Kolov Elf, nice quote. No man has the right to be an amateur in the matter of physical training. It is a shame for a man to grow old without seeing the beauty and strength of which his body is capable. And that's from Socrates. Fantastic. The NVIDIA earnings next week. Yeah, it's gonna be a coin flip, man. Make or break. I mean, who knows? Any outcome is gonna be the strangest one.
Every day.
Ugh. Tuna creations are awesome. I forgot about those, man. I used to do that all the time on keto, but I don't really need it anymore because I do like these meal plans, and it's 4 eggs, 1 serving of smoked salmon for breakfast and then after that I make a half bowl of oatmeal with cinnamon and 1 banana. That's my breakfast, all of that with 1 coffee, and then I take my pre-workout and creatine before 30 minutes before the workout, and then after 1 protein shake, and then after that I have 2 different meal plans, about 430 calories each, and then 1 bag of protein chips, and then I'm done. Then that's it. 2,000 calories. Maybe if I don't eat like all the carbs in one of those meal plans, I can eat 1 tablespoon of raw honey before bed, which aids in sleeping. But that's it. That's like what I do every single day for like mainly 10 months. It got thrown off when my meal plan service stopped delivering to my area. I had to find a new one. Got wrecked. But that's what I do every day for months. We're just hanging out at the highs of the day. I mean, on Bitstamp, we are at the highs. This is it. Like, you see it? No higher than that, man. Not yet. Yeah, tablespoon of Baba Booey. It's always good too. Yeah, no, I mean, depending on the MGO amount, EJ, yeah, for sure. It actually, to me, I can taste the difference. The higher the MGO, the better the taste. But yeah, like if you know, it's really expensive, the high MGO raw honey. Because the higher the MGO, the more intense the antimicrobial and antibacterial qualities of the honey. But I think it's worth it. Like, it's, you know what's crazy? I have not been sick since I started personal training.
TrueNutrition.com has a custom oatmeal maker. It's great.
Not one
so many
time.
goodies.
Not even close, even. Oatmeal maker. Well, the good thing about oatmeal, Mr. Oats, is it's simple. I mean, you could have been in the 1800s and eaten what I'm eating right now. For real. Oatmeal, cinnamon, banana, eggs, smoked salmon. You could have done all that in 1800. I don't know, man. What's there? We're gonna look at Ethereum's up 5% today. Breaking out. Yep, broke out on the 4 hour of the little range. Nice. And if Bitcoin was gonna keep going, then you got 2,900 on deck, 2,870. Star family, sorry about that. Yeah, tell them that this is just, I never do this. Okay, it's just a meme. It's just a joke. It doesn't change the substance of me when I am a piece of bread. It's non-threatening. It's high carb though, so you might want to check, see your macros. Well, no, it's more about EJ. It's more about eating whole foods. Eating whole foods keeps you fuller and makes it to where it's easier to stick to your plan, stick to your macros, stick to how many calories you're supposed to eat a day for whatever your desired outcome is. So now that I'm 185 pounds, I'm just maintaining. I just maintain this. If I eat this amount, I maintain, but I continue to burn fat while I continue to build muscle. Well, I don't know, man. I mean, Bitcoin could easily just keep going, or this is where we pull back for a few hours. There's no telling, man. It's the weekend. And I don't know. I just came live early to speak on the beauty of the breakout. Highest level in 3 weeks. So, I mean, I guess like unless we're getting a continued pump on Bitcoin, might not see it till Sunday or Monday. So thanks for coming out. Let's keep it going. Till next time. Respect the TA.